Your ground. I will stop being friends with you. As soon as you made it clear to them, this is what I will not tolerate. That was the end of
Need to
them.
make a bit of room for me dinner.
Their way.
Well, I'll keep an eye on my pudding. One apple crumble. So I'm just waiting for the chicken to cool down before I put a jar of that over it and put it in the fridge. It's had all the spices on it already. Right, Marnie, fuck off, Ski. You've been good all day, ain't you, boys and girls?
In certain cases, they have closed doors. In certain cases, they have tried to close doors. They have spoken to the gatekeepers to close the gate, to block you, to prevent you from going forward. But despite that, you keep moving forward. Because you know that when one door is closed,
You shut up. That was a
many
lovely
more are
roast tater,
open. So you may
Marnie.
not be able to enter
Yeah.
through their door or the door of their friends, but there are other doors you can enter in. You may not be able to pass through the road they have blocked, but you know that you can make your way through the bush. You can always find an alternative route. You know.
Gotta love a Brussels sprout. Is the weather going to be wet and windy the next couple of days, is it? Well, that's good then. Are you hungry, are you, Lola? You liked the chicken skin earlier, did you? Nom, 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 nom. Gotta have a stuffing ball. Shut the fuck up. Nope, don't want to hear it. Ugh. Don't want to cut in half, eh? Alright, let's set the fork on it. Shut up. You shut up. No. Yorkshire puddings. I thought about the chicken earlier. I opened the bag. Right. And this whiff hit me, and I thought, borderline then. I thought, oh well. Only give me the shits, won't it? It's been slow cooked, so everything to diet. Didn't fancy sticking the chicken in a bowl of bleach. And neither do we want to buy a fucking bleached chicken from America. Because you're not supposed to bleach them, aren't you? If they're going off, they're going off. You can't bleach them and sell it as fit to eat human products, you know what I mean? You don't want to be eating that sort of shit food. You want to eat it that side of the pond, that's up to you. But you're not selling us your manky chickens. You know what I mean? And I suppose that's why the US have said, fuck the EU, fuck Europe. Well, you know the saying. Nigger, if it's fuck me, then it's fuck you too. It is a lovely dinner. Thank you for being so vocal about it, Willow. Crying ain't gonna get you none, no. No. Mission accomplished. Just as the sun's going down. You want a sniff? Out the way then. I just want to sit down for a minute now. Let my dinner go down. Dogs, sod off. That was lovely. Needed that. Oh, I feel grateful of it, that. But, excuse me. You wait a bit. I want to cig here and let me dinner go down for 10 minutes. Nope. Nope. All right. Calm it down. There you go. Get off his back then. Go and lay down. Good boys. Good girls. What else we got on here? I can listen to that one later on. I like listening to them ones before I go to sleep. The Premier League finals are live. Are they now? What, final matches? Let's have a look at this. Is this playing? Grand finals, that don't look like. Again. Come on, Stingray, Premier League, I love you. Right, let's see what's going on here then.
Touch by Haaland in that cross, and this.
No.
Back post could be on. What pass?
Fuck off. That's not Premier League, that's gamer shit. Fuck off. I'm not watching people playing games like that. Fuck off.
He meant it for the
player at the front.
Yeah, I do think.
Not all the way through.
Yeah. CME hits Earth 6 hours earlier than expected. Travelling a bit quick then. G4 Storm already. That's pretty high, isn't it? That's nearly an X. Nearly an X flare. Tommy defends non-white Patreon. Tommy Robinson clashes with Steve Laws for attacking non-white patriots. Oh, right. Okay, so... playing for the cameras, is he? Since he's running for election. Hey, Murdoch died suddenly. Did he? If I remember rightly, I heard something similar to that. And it turns out he'd just got himself engaged to a new lady. So it was bullshit. False flag operations. Russia's capable of false flag. Right, okay. That's the Times radio. But I showed the Hindustan Times, which is part of the BRICS setup, isn't it? Ooh, there you go, Hindustan Times. 12 hours ago, Russia hammers Ukraine with wave of airstrikes. Let's have a look, see what they've done to... Well, I said it'd backfire in America. It's already started by the looks of it. They'll be hunting out their supply routes now, you watch. And missiles striking the bases in the UK that are doing it. Former Mayor Vladimir reported explosions in Kiev. It don't look like they're working, does it? They're looking like they're flying about pretty unhindered. That would not be in control, would it? If you're see what I mean. Alert warned of cruise missile attacks from Russian strategic bombers. Oh, I think that's only the beginning of it. Polish Armed Forces operational command is at a heightened state of readiness. Yeah, well, that goes along with what Scott Ritter was saying earlier about Poland and another EU country being set up to attack Russia. Just to invoke the Article 4 thing when they retaliate. But America might just get punished first before they retaliate on Romania and Poland, mightn't it? Let's say by 4 squadrons worth of fighter planes getting bombed in Lakenheath. Let's just say. Because you can be bloody sure that the UK had a hand in that as well. If America was involved in it, UK was as well. So, there's your pretext for the war. Ba 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 ba. Hindustan Times, eh? Part of the BRICS network.
By earning 5.2% interest on your pounds.
So you know it ain't going to be...
212.
You know it's not going to be part of the established media, don't you? So it's already begun. Right, why can I hear slurping and shit going on from out there? Has someone had a turd and eating the evidence? What's going on? What is it? What are you doing? Nope. Are you all happy? Is it? All together now. Roll on World War III. We're burning the rubbish of society. Fancy trying to censor me for speaking my mind this morning on such things. Facebook, what muppets. What muppets Facebook are. Literally as soon as I started talking about the Russia narrative, bang went the censors. Started get off. Started interfering with my posts on Facebook. Let's see if I'm allowed to post now then. Right, let's just have a look. Let's just do 3 dots. Do. See if that goes up or not. Your post is being processed. We'll let you know when it's ready to view. Oh. So it's being taken off the newsfeed, right? It's not on the newsfeed yet, so that's what they're trying to do. It's all about keeping it off the newsfeed, right? They started this as soon as I started talking about Russia this morning. Friction against world religions. Or false religions, because it's all about Christianity being pushed, isn't it? Oh, but there's only one empty tomb. There's only one man who conquers. There is only one name to heaven. Well, let's just hope that all the misguided people that got hoodwinked by the Vatican wake up and realise how they've been led astray. Hey, because they might be in for some rude awakening, mightn't they? If you see what I mean. Right, we're all slurping out, are we? Right, you can knock that off on my bed. Right, Marnie's licking up the chicken fat from the chicken skin earlier. Yeah, I didn't think it had a bit of salt on it. Not enough to cause them any harm, though. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, yum, yum. Ooh, did you think I had food left? Did ya? Got a nice flavoursome red apple crumble to eat yet. And another dose of it for tonight. So I'll go to bed with a nice full stomach today, won't I? That makes up for all the scrimping by and all that sort of shit. I ain't got to do it this month, like I said, because I got my scooter, I got the washing machine, didn't overspend on me tobacco additives. Because of the current situation in the neighbourhood. So, got to go and get some more shopping later on this week. Haven't got to get any gas. Right, Marnie, back off, mate. You just jolting my belly every time you scratch. Fuck off. What we got left? Let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look what we got left here. I'm not rushing to pay the council tax because the council tax letter that came through will get paid when I get paid, not before. It doesn't come out of what I've got left over, if you see what I mean. What have I got left here? Ah, lovely. Yeah, we've got a couple of them left. I thought there was a one of there left the other night. I've been to get some tobacco and stuff since, haven't I? And apples and all that sort of stuff. Wait, toenail muncher. Yeah, that's cool. Got enough food to last, got enough gas to last. And got enough for an Henry later on in the week, if I want one. Go away. Go away. Right, go that way then. Just go away while I'm letting my dinner go down. There's a good girl. It's not up for debate. You will do as I'm telling you. The American Christians are getting rattled already. I don't think Jesus is going to save them from the Russian bombs. Oh, I hardly think so. I can hardly think so. He's got more pressing things to worry about in the Middle East, doesn't he? Oh, what's that? No,
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this message. So let's get into it.
Don't want to be hearing that today. Huge crater chain forming. Magma flows free. Alright, what's this one then? Is this traveller video or?
Good morning, people. As you can see, bright and early. I've just woke up. Quite a lot seems to be going on this whole YouTube. Paddy Conroy's going mad at Scotty G. And the Equaliser.
True crime
I've seen
stuff.
the video he done 2 weeks ago. He must have just made it visible. Let's get into it. So what's happening, guys? I hope you're all doing well on this Sunday morning. I'm up bright and early, as you can see. Now, I noticed the Equaliser did a little video. What lies behind the veneers? Well, it's nothing like the picture what you put up. Anyway, yeah. But let's get into what you said. You was making out like you wanted to give me some sort of fight, have some sort of fight with me. Why did you keep the video hid? I actually messaged you, and I'll tag it in the video in a minute so people can see I'm not lying. I messaged you when you was back in the UK saying, if you've not messaged me, you want to slap yourself, because I was well up for meeting you, mate, because of the threats what you'd made. You clearly weren't up for meeting me, and it was all a big play to make out that you had a load of money, you were going to do this, that and the other. I would not put up 5k.
So YouTube beefs him. It's over for Biden. Right. Netanyahu just ended Biden's re-election hopes. Well, that's right. They need. Let's just have a listen. Because they need Trump, don't
Well,
they?
hello to you
get
all,
their third
beautiful
temple.
freedom fighters from all around the world, especially the patriots in Britannia. Welcome back to 2CTV. We have some interesting
Don't like
news,
this bloke, though.
the
He's a
latest update
snide.
from what's going on in the Middle East and the effects of it in America in the upcoming
He goes
US
winding people
presidential
up and then
elections.
complains
Well,
when he gets
Sleepy
a
Joe
slap for it and
is not
says he's
having a
been
good
attacked
time.
by
Let's get on with the
Islamists.
show.
And it's not. He's been pushed or something. Do you know what I mean? Happens
Alright,
every
let's start
time.
this by giving you guys the latest update. Over the last few days, of course, we had
One of the Tommy
from
Robinson
the US
fucking
government
crybabies.
going to Israel to put pressure on the Israeli government on how they should defend themselves, or maybe they shouldn't defend themselves and just allow the Islamists to take over.
There's that word
We met
again.
with Benjamin Netanyahu and other cabinet members in Israel. And he basically
It's worth
made a
listening
message
just
on
to,
behalf of Sleepy Joe. And by the way, when we say Joe Biden, there's no message coming from Joe Biden because he doesn't even know.
We got
where he is
racists
half
in
the
this
time.
country
It's not him who's
being
in charge. It's the US globalists who are behind the scenes in
promoted.
charge, the likes of Barack Hussein Obama
I even
and many
talked
others.
to a
David
Jewish guy
Harris,
about this
also the others who
from
also
America.
created him as a puppet in the
I
first
said,
place.
yes, it's
Now
quite
they're going
funny in
around the
this
world telling
country. I said,
everybody
you've
else
got
how they
Jewish
should run their own
people
countries.
on Rebel
So,
News Media
Netanyahu decided to hit back. And over the
supporting
last,
and pushing the
24
right
hours or
wing.
so, the result of it is
Why would they do that?
disastrous for Joe Biden because, especially after
And he just
Trump
smirked
came out
as
to
if to
take
say, well,
Netanyahu's side,
you know,
the opinion
if you don't know your history,
completely
mate.
collapsed for Joe Biden. Rightly so. I mean, he was already having it anyway. But it seems like even the chunk of the more liberal-minded Jews in the US, like in California, even they were loyal to Biden and the Democrats until now.
So even when he
Even though
says
decided
the word
to turn their
Jews,
backs.
he sneers
So
it.
it's all kicking off anyway. We'll get your reaction live on this show in a second. But
Right.
this is what Benjamin Netanyahu
It's
said
discreet
to Blinken
racism.
after he went to Israel a few days ago.
And then if
He
you
said, "I met
say
with the
that
Secretary of
about them, they
State,
say, well, how
and,
can I be
told him
racist?
that I
I'm
really
Asian
appreciate the
descent.
fact that for more
Yeah.
than 5 months we have been standing together against Hamas, right?
So
I also
Indians,
told them that we
Indian-Pakistani
recognize
conflict
the need to
bleeding
evacuate
over
the
into
civilian population from the
narrative
war
shaping
zones
in the
and of
UK,
course also take care of the humanitarian need. And we are working to that end. But I also said
Yeah, I've had
there is
enough of
no
listening
way
to him already.
for us to
He's
defeat
just-
Hamas
his
without
voice
going
just
into
grates on me.
Rafah and eliminating the rest of the battalion. there.
Where's the one I saw
I
earlier?
told him that I hope we will do
Yeah, go away. Go away, Tushi TV. That looks like the one's just coming up here. Look, there we go. He's promoting him now. Right, let's have a quick listen just for balance sake then. That's like Sunak draping himself in the Union Jack while mutilating our dogs as a dog-loving nation. Do you see what I mean? He asks inflammatory, loaded questions of people in public and then wonders why they get the hump with him. But he's very pro one side. And no empathy for children that are being killed.
And hello to the rest of the world.
But we'll listen to it.
As Barry Collins says in the live chat, round 3 of Maya time. Let's talk about what's going on right now in this country when it comes to nationalists, patriots, right-wingers, conservative people, pro-English, pro-British. There's a bit of a division, as usual. I wonder why we're not winning right now. There was a bit of a clash over the last couple of days. Myself and my good friend Tommy Robinson have been under attack for a long time by all sides. You've got the far left nutters, you've got the globalist sellouts, you've got certain groups of what we call still nationalist right-wingers who are more into identitarianism. They are concerned about white English people, so they don't really like anybody who's a patriot but is not white, even if you're mixed race. They don't like that. And this is the clash between, of course, Steve Laws, who's been on the channel before, actually. We've had Steve talk about illegal migration, his great work in Kent to expose illegal immigration. But the clash started because of course, the England football shirt.
Incendiary language
the
that's
England
used
flag
in
became
the
a little
UK
bit wokey.
We
had Aman Bogle, who's actually Amandeep is conservative. As you can tell, his heritage is Indian. It says, "Dear Nike, this England flag is the cross of St. George. This is my flag. This is our flag for all who call this great nation home. This is the flag that unites us and inspires us all to be proud of our green and pleasant land. God bless England." Now, as we said, heritage-wise and ethnicity, he's Indian. We can see that. He's also English. He's always been here.
That's what that's about.
Well, he's British, let's just say. Because if you want to get technical, I can't be English in terms of ethnicity. I'm Persian, but nationality, I'm obviously British. But in terms of the values, I fight to defend British values, but I also have a responsibility to fight for English identity, Scottish identity, Welsh identity, obviously people in Northern Ireland, the Irish identity. It's important. Even if I myself am not Anglo-Saxon, it's our job to stay together and fight together. So I'm not going to claim to be Anglo-Saxon. Having said that, there are a number of people who are not too happy about this. Steve Laws said, "You are literally Indian." His ethnicity, of course. "It is not your flag, you will never be an Englishman." Now, if Amandeep in the first tweet was being, insulting or rude about England or Englishness, then I would understand what Steve is saying. Yeah, that man is being mean about England, let's attack him. But Steve Laws, obviously, who's, again, as I said, he's been on the channel before. He's done a great work in Kent about illegal immigration. He has a viewpoint that we must deport anybody who's not white, even if they're patriots, even if they're British nationalists. That also includes mixed race, by the way. Anybody who's a little bit mixed race. Now, there's a bit of an issue. As I said, there's a reaction from Tommy Robinson that we're going to focus on, and I'm going to tell you what I think. Tommy replied to Steve Laws, saying, "I told you all he's a C. I knew he was when he told the mother in person, to her face, he would deport her child because she was mixed race." Let's go to the video message we have from Tommy Robinson, and I'm going to explain what I think about this whole issue, the division amongst the nationalists.
My comment here, as I've said, is see, I told you, yeah? The reason being, I watched as this man told a woman that he would deport her child because it was of mixed race. So that's why I've said see, yeah? Now, the argument on this, if someone's come to this country, they've embraced this country, no one knows what generation this gentleman is, he might be third generation, yeah? What are we saying? That he can't embrace and feel English? I've got friends who are of mixed race as well, who have fought for this country for the Royal Marines. Are you saying they're not English? Is the argument that Ian Wright isn't English? Yeah? Other footballers, is that what the argument is? Is that where you think benefits? Is that the path you want to go down? Is my mum's Irish? Does that mean I'm not English? Or is it okay for me to say I'm English because I'm white? That's the argument. And the argument that he's having comes from that angle anyway. Because as I've said, he'd deport anyone of mixed race. I've seen him say it to a mother's face. I remember as he said it, I thought, you cheeky bastard. Yeah? You cheeky bastard. Anyway, that's my views. So, and I stand by them. And I stand by that Sikh gentleman who's embraced our country, embraced our flag. And people say, oh yeah, so you're okay if other non-whites take over the country. Sikh community increases approximately 1%. Black community, 1.2, 1.3%. Hindu community, similar. Muslim community, whole different demographical change to this nation. Yeah? Okay? Whole different demographical change. Let's not hammer the other communities that have come here and embraced this country, yeah, and want to embrace it and be part of it. Let's not stick it on them at these times. Let's understand who is causing the problem for this nation, which ideology is going to be a danger to this nation, and let's not stick shit against the poor other people who have come here and embraced it and work hard. That's my point, yeah? And I had this with English Defence League. I had wankers within that movement who joined it, who were, when I say wankers, they're basically just racists, and they were. And that's not me throwing it unfairly, yeah? They were, okay? They were racists. And I had a problem with them the whole way through the English Defence League. We kicked them out, we got rid of them. They didn't like the fact that Gurmit Singh said he was English. They didn't like the fact that Gurmit Singh was one of the leaders of the English Defence League. And as I said from day one with the English Defence League, this is where we stand. It's where I stand. And I stand there because many of the people I love aren't white. But in my eyes, and in their eyes, they're English.
So that's the key point. Firstly, when you talk about ethnicity, Anglo-Saxon is the ethnicity in terms as a group, not English. But obviously, for the sake of the argument, let's just go with English, because it's the same thing. As I said, even myself, the fight that we have, whether you're white or not white or mixed race, fight for British values, culture, but also defend the English identity, Scottish identity, everything, because it's still part of the island. Now, the problem that we have is skin tone changes throughout history. The reason I myself am also against instantly changing the shape of the country, the face of the country, that includes skin colour, is not the problem I have with skin colour, is that instant change in skin colour, like here, white, or in Japan, different, goes hand in hand with the change of culture and attitude and behaviour. But if it's gradual, and by gradual I mean really gradual, like throughout history, every place, depending on where geographically, changes. In terms of initial races, the blonde race were different to the white brunette races. But of course, throughout history, slowly mix. That just happens anyway. By that point, if you're protecting your tribe as a nation and as a culture, then it doesn't really matter. Slowly, if some people are blonde, some people are brunette, some people have green eyes, some people have blue eyes, and some people have brown eyes. At that point, if everybody at the same time is English, British, then you're still protected. That's fine. But if people are already here and born here, third generation, fourth generation, either mixed race, a little bit mixed race, or just a little bit brown or tanned, and you want to deport them, like what Steve Laws wants to do, it could be, it's also just not pragmatic. It's not practical, let's just say. Anyway, Steve hit at me, attacked me saying, Steve Law says, you didn't have a problem when you were inviting me onto your show or asking for information about the illegals, Maya. That makes no sense. It's like one of these like left-wing idiotic trolls who just like tries to have a comeback. How is that supposed to be a comeback? Is that supposed to be like? I think what it implies is,
I was trying to eat
my pudding with me when you had me on the show.
You made me choke on my fucking crumble.
You're more than welcome to come back on the show. You've done a great job when it comes to Kent, when it comes to illegal migration. You don't have to be sensitive. There are so many snowflakes in this new generation. And snowflakes, left wing and right
Well,
wing,
you're a
up and
snowflake,
down,
mate, because
they
you're
get
the one that
emotional
keeps
based on many
fucking
things.
complaining
I don't know, if
about
their fish and chips
fucking...
goes away, if the football team loses, if their white neighbourhood becomes a little bit...
Do you know what I mean? We're not the ones changing the language to fit the fucking agenda, are we? While being state agitators, is what I'm saying. They're playing a very silly game. And they ain't patriots, they're discreet Nazis. Well, there you go, a 15-year-old boy turned out to be a hero for all of that. Glad there are Times of India focusing on a good story out of the whole thing. The fuck's this shit? Get off my computer. Oh, you dogs are really pissing me off tonight. I wanted to be left alone to let my dinner go down, so you've all grouping towards me because I picked up my pudding. Now, fuck off, you. Get down that end. Fuck off. That's why I pushed you down that end of the bed, because you weren't getting the hump. You weren't getting it, bitch. Next, I'm pushing you off the bed, because you're still trying to do it. Get off. Don't. She's blocking her from going this way. Fuck off. I'm not telling you again. You're going in the hallway. Come on, look, just let me let my dinner go down, please. Yeah, you're cutting off my fucking... Oh, I'm going to get the ump with you in a minute. Woke war on whiteness. See, this is what I can't be doing with all of this bullshit. Oh, who ripped that fucking dog fart? Right, that's it. All you dogs out in the hallway. I'm not fucking breathing that shit in. Come on, Hulkster. Hallway. Now, everyone out. I'm not fucking having it. Move. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out, all of you. Move. Get out. Everyone out. Fuck off. Get out. You wouldn't fucking listen, would you? For fuck's sake. I only wanted to let my dinner go down for 5 minutes or so. God, dear. That dog fart was the last straw. That's like, you won't fucking let us do this. Right, we're going to stink you out so you don't eat your food. Scottish hate speech law. Oh, let's have a giggle. Pissed off postman Pat, eh?
Alright, shut your cake hole. Here is some dozy Polly from the parley to talk pish.
The Hate and Public Order Scotland Act comes into force on April the 1st.
It's all pish. It's
It
crap.
comes in on the tax
Though
year,
there
yeah?
may well be a slight caveat in the proposal in that if people of Scotland do not write down their hate speech and speak it out loud, we may not be able to understand them.
You're all wrong, pal. Way back in 1990, when parts of Govan were still driving round the town in the Ford Model T, Glasgow was the city of culture, and that joke is still near as flesh as it weren't back then. Hate speech laws in Scotland. I mean, I don't think people realise the sophisticated sense of humour that the Scottish people hold dear. Hate crime, is it? I've seen people in broad daylight walking down the high street with an axe. A real axe. A burker, is it? Men right across this great land have beards that could conceal dynamite. You forget, pal. Scotland boasts a nation of people, many of whom feel that anger and aggression is a positive thing. Who can none know see a wee strain here how this hate speech no being understood? You mind? This Susan McClackerbag with all this pish, and I ain't no talking about pish in no river. It's the pish coming out these MPs' mouths, which is quite the career, pal, 'cause when you're done flag down the police, that'll be quite the trek when you're trying to complain about hate speech coming from a Scotchman when you can't no eat corn on the cob 'cause you've got no fucking teeth. When you're gonna need 12 stitches in your head, you don't need much care about hurty words. Sticks and stones might break my bones, but I'm gonna play a round of golf with you, Aaron. We're all gonna go back to our roots, Jim. No heavy clearing out your ears gonna make this pattern more simple. We're gonna go proper Gaelic on your arse. And I'm not talking about no porny film. So, all the wee bollies in the barleys can stick it up their arse, 'cause there's nae Wimbledon to visit in bonny Scotland. So shut your hole, and remember, all you weans out there, hate positively. And don't rat it down, you dozy bastards.
And there you have it. Words of wisdom from the Scottish. Great stuff. Yeah, I got accused of it. The AI didn't see the humour in my post. Oh, excuse me. As I gave one of the children's mothers a royal tongue lashing. Yeah, it was flagged for apparent hate speech, even though I was clear enough in the video saying, like, it's not hate speech, it's bloke humour. Because I was calling my dogs by the female names of the people that was getting the tongue lashing. Come here, you baggy fannied little bitch. You know what I mean? While calling her the woman's name. So yeah, hate speech is bullshit, basically. It's 99% perception. So if you don't use the word hate in the videos, it's not being flagged for hate speech, is it? And this is just being done for that exact reason, just to prove the point. All right. Well, I'll show him hate speech online. Right, which they leave alone. Right. This is why I've just showed it in a video. Have a lovely Sunday evening, folks.